Hello everyone, it is Meredith, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a come book shopping with me video, but I am specifically looking for green books. So I am a co-host for the Get a Clue Readathon, which is happening all of November. It is a team-based readathon and it's based on Cluedo. It's about who gets the mystery, essentially. And I'm on Team Mr. Green with Nell. So go subscribe to Nell because she's amazing. We're gonna have so much fun. So I'll leave the announcement video for it down below. It was created by Rainy, so also go subscribe to her and also subscribe to Brittany because this is a collab with Brittany. So go check all of that information down in the description. But you do get extra points for reading books with your team's color. So obviously I'm Team Mr. Green, so my color is green. Who'd have thought? So Brittany was like, I'm gonna do a video buying red books because she's on Team Scarlet. And I was like, do you want to do a collab? Because I haven't like gone book shopping, like full price book shopping, I think at all this year. I just have done secondhand book shopping, or I've just gone to specifically pick like a specific book up. I haven't just like gone to go shopping. So I'm really excited to just go and actually just like vibe and relax and just like buy some books. I'm also going to try and just buy books by First Nations authors. We recently just had the referendum in Australia, which was for the voice to Parliament, which would enable First Nations people to have representatives within Parliament that they had picked themselves. That would just be like a voice for them when it comes to things that affect their lives. Majority of First Nations people wanted it. Majority were asking for people to please vote yes, but yeah, it didn't get passed because Australia is complete shit. So I just would like to try and financially support some First Nations people because I think reading is a great way to listen to First Nations people because a lot of the time they are silenced or ignored, and so I feel like reading books by First Nations authors is a really good way to listen to them. So that's kind of also what I'm going in with the intention of looking out for, but I don't know how many books they're going to have by First Nations authors that are green. So we'll just see how I go. Fingers crossed I can find something. And I'm also doing that, just another announcement, because I am a co-host for the Australian Readathon, and I will link all the information for that as well down below. That was created by Mel, so go subscribe to Mel. And this isn't a competitive readathon, this is more chill. There's a bingo board and it's just about reading books by Australian authors, and so I want to read just by First Nations authors for this readathon, and so getting some books for that would be great as well. So yeah, let's go and see what goods I can find at the bookshop. I'm back. So I got some goodies, so let's go through them. One is not green. Let's not talk about it. So I got 3 books, so let's go through them. But again, one is not green, but it's fine. They are all by First Nations authors though, which is great. So let's go through them. So the first green book that I got was unbranded. So this is part of the First Nations Classics, which are released by UQP, which is a indie publishing house in Australia. They publish a lot of books by First Nations authors, and so they have put together this collection of books by First Nations authors. So there's a bunch that you can buy. I've already bought Heat and Light, which I have read, but I do plan to collect them all. So I thought I would pick up the green one this time. It says here, at its heart, this novel is the story of 3 men. Sandy is a white man, Bindi a Murray. Mulga is related on his mother's side to Bindi, and on his Irish father's side to Sandy. Their lives and enduring friendship cover 40 years in the Mulga country of the far west. and Brandon recounts how Sandy achieves his dream of owning a cattle empire, how Bindi regains part of his tribal lands for his people, and how Mulga finally sits down to write about their shared experiences. So I've never heard anything really about this, and that's something I think is really great about these collections. I hadn't heard of half of these books, so I will hopefully get to this at some point during the month. And get those extra team points as it is green. And then the next one is a non-fiction that I've really been wanting to read for a while, and it's called Fire Country, How Indigenous Fire Management Could Help Save Australia. So I do know a little bit about the fire practices that First Nations people used. And so yeah, I've really been wanting to read this in how they did like the practice burning to protect the land from bushfires. And so this just goes into that. Got like pictures as well, so I'm really looking forward to this. I don't read enough non-fiction. So here's some of the pictures. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading this and just like learning stuff. I just need to read more non-fiction. So hopefully again, I can get to this within the month and it will get me the green points as well. And then this last book again is not green. These were the only 2 books I could find by First Nations authors that were green. I, as you saw in the clips, found some other books that were green that I thought about picking up, but then I saw this and I just couldn't leave without it. I was like, it's not green, but I had to get it. So I've never heard of this. And I just saw it there, and it's a debut book, and I just really wanted to support this author, and it sounds really cool, so I still bought it, and hopefully I can get to it next month, but it won't get us the green points, because it's not green, unfortunately. But it's called Firelight, and I've never heard of this. This cover is just very striking. They had it like facing out, and I was just very drawn to it instantly. It's beautiful. Now, I believe this is a short story collection. I don't know if it's one where they're not connected or they are. But just says here, in this striking collection of stories, the award-winning John Morrissey investigates colonialism and identity without ever losing sight of his character's humanity. Brilliantly imagined and masterfully observed, Firelight marks the debut of a writer we will be reading for decades to come. And some of the, like, I guess, tags to some of the stories are: an imprisoned man with strange visions writes letters to his sister, a controversial business tycoon leaves his daughter a mysterious inheritance, and a child is haunted by a green man with a message about the origins of their planet. So it sounds really interesting. So I had to pick it up. I couldn't not pick it up. I was like, I really want to support this author. I've never heard of this. It sounds so great. I love short story collections. It just spoke to me. You know, I saw it and I was like, I can't live without this, even though it's not green. It's fine. So yeah, that's my little book haul. It was really successful. It was so nice to just buy books, you know, used books, then they smell good. And I'm very happy. I'm in my element. And hopefully I can get to all of these next month. But yeah, I'm gonna skedaddle now. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. And I will hopefully see you in my next video. And you'll see that I've got a lot of sprints planned for these 2 readathons. So hopefully I'll hang out with you in sprints as well. But until then, bye.